Welcome, everybody, to the Useless Information Podcast. My name is Danny B, and my co-host, what you see right here in this beautiful screen above me, is Dick. Welcome, everybody, to the show. How's everybody doing? Dick, how are you doing, my guy?
Doing so good, brother. So good to be here. So happy to do this episode. Dose.
I was like, what is he saying? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's Spanish. My dad never taught me that.
The white
He
boy
never
knows
did
more
that.
than you.
Yeah, for sure.
I always thought dose meant like a fat dump. Like I
Yeah.
take a dose.
I'm gonna go take a dose, and your Hispanic relative just looks at you confused as shit. Like most of
Taking a 12.
my relatives who are Hispanic, they're like, we knew you were the black sheep of the entire clan. Like it wasn't just your initial family. The entire clan knew you were the black sheep. And I think some people like are listening, will listen to this and they go, oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely that fucking person. You know what?
Yeah.
My sister doesn't really invite me to a lot of things anymore. So
It's tough being the black sheep. I was always the black sheep of my family as well. You know.
I think the black sheeps are like the biggest dreamers too, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I truly
Most creative,
do
biggest dreamers, all that.
Creative, I don't it's debatable. It's definitely like between
Definitely
the
dreamers,
oldest.
so.
It's definitely the like I'd say most black sheep are the middle child or even the secondary child if you only just have two kids and stuff like that. So I would have to say that it's debating between the middle child and like the firstborn. The child afterwards is kind of like either a whoopsie do or like, hey, you know what? We have a third child, but like these other two kind of like I don't know. It's weird. I never had a third child, and I was tell you, obviously you had a third child. So I don't know if like the rankings gets switched every once in a while. You know what I mean? And
Well,
not to sound like to anybody out there who is a parent, like choosing sides, but at some point you're like, you know what? Timmy is better than fucking Janine. She's kind of a cunt sometimes. She reminds me of her father, or like vice versa.
Yeah. So in my family, I was the angel child until I was in high school, and my brother was the devil child, right? And
That's so weird to hear that.
yeah,
That's
but then
so
it
weird to hear
switched,
that.
right? When he became a teenager, it just switched because my brother was crazy, just running around like crazy and like always getting into shit. I was the angel. I was never got into any trouble, and I was the perfect angel. And then when I got into high school, I just went all crazy. And then my brother, yeah, he did his things, but he was always like good in school. He always did all that stuff. So he was the middle child. And my sister was just like the spoiled brat, like the favorite. So that's fine. And everybody knows it, and it's fine. We still love her. But she was always like the one that got spoiled because she was so much younger than me and, only a couple years younger than Timmy. But by then it was like they knew what they were doing. That's kind of how parenting is. I know with my kids, it's like my first two, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So my first one was an angel. She still is. She just doesn't, get into any trouble. My son was like, getting into everything and always in trouble. So the third one was perfect angel, like her big sister. Then the last one, crazy, wild, just attitude. So the even numbers were kind of crazy and
Even numbers.
yeah, and then the odd numbers were perfect children. So I don't know, but they're all perfect in my eyes, no matter what. I love them all, but that's the way the dynamic in my family.
They're all unique in their own characteristics, oh yeah, you remind me of your father or your mother when you do that, or that's what your aunt does and stuff. And they all like kind of like spread that weird quirkiness throughout, the lineage. So, but what
Definitely.
you said that you kind of went wild in high school. Did you have a lot of friends in middle school?
No.
So was the expansion of high school and all the different types of kids kind of like made you like, oh shit, I can kind of just jump, because you were a jumper too, like me. It wasn't just one particular group for like people like us.
Well, for me, the main thing that happened with me was I was always like a nerd and like picked on and I talk about this From the Mind of Dick on episode called Middle School. One of the first original episodes I talked about it. I said I was picked on, I was teased, I was treated like garbage. I just felt like, whatever. And I was always trying to fit in. I was always trying to be somebody. and I never could. And then I just said, fuck it. I seriously just said, fuck it. I just want to be different than everybody. I just want to do my own thing. And went from there to where I ended up being who I wanted to be in the first place. Just not going by the norms, not going by the trends, not doing the things other kids wanted me to do. And then I, turned into this punk rock kid, and I had all these different groups. So I jumped from group to group. I could go hang out with the brothers. I could go hang out with the skaters. I could go hang out with the jocks. It didn't matter. I could go hang out anywhere, and they were all like friends of mine. They'd all high five me when I walked up. What's up, Dick? How you doing? Everybody. So it's because I gave up the whole trying to fit in, and I tried to not fit in, and I ended up fitting in. That's why I was the way I was in high school.
You're just being yourself. First off, dude, I just want to let
Yeah.
everybody know, if you aren't watching this, you can watch this on Dick's Spotify, Mind a Dick podcast on Spotify. You can actually watch this whole version. This man is touching his fucking hair like a female. Please stop doing that.
Dude, I don't know what to do. I've had long hair for the last
You know what you can do? First off, stop touching it. Just stop doing it, dude.
Sorry.
Like,
I can't fucking help it. It's sticking up, and it's like, I don't know what to do with it.
The exact, like, when you see an influencer female just talking about 5 minutes on TikTok, and it's just like constantly adjusting the hair, cut the fucking shit off. If it bothers you that much when you're like filming yourself, dude, you're gonna have to cut that shit. First off, you look great.
Dude, because
you look
I keep looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what to do with this.
You look good. Just leave it like Mark Hoppus. No, leave it like Mark Hoppus. It's
okay.
Like,
I'm not
straight up. Put it straight back up.
Straight up. I'm not touching it. The entire rest of the podcast.
Perfect. That's fucking beautiful.
Okay. Not touching it.
Gorgeous human being. Just gorgeous human being.
Thank you.
I will be wearing
right
a hat.
now looking at myself, so we're good.
I will be wearing a hat for at least 3 more months. I'm gonna bleach it because I'm going through my Chia Pet stage right now because my wife has been begging me to grow my beard back and to grow my hair back because that's how she first met me. She fell in love, and I'm trying to spark some shit in her body for me again, and the looks have to do with it.
Happy wife, happy life.
Just, dude, most people are like, fuck that bitch if she doesn't like him anymore.
Well, I don't know, dude. Like, okay, my whole relationship, basically with my fiance, I've had long hair, and it's just something I want to do for myself, and I did it, and that phase is kind of gone for me. And when I cut my hair off, the look on her face, not saying she didn't love me before, I know she loved me like that before, but the look on her face, like, oh my God, babe, you look so handsome. I'm like, okay, it was worth it. It was all worth it. And that's why we do things, man.
Well, you got lucky.
Happy wife, happy life.
You got lucky for sure.
Yeah,
you got lucky for sure. That's a huge coin toss. Could you imagine if it went, like when guys shave their beards off, like long ass beards, and they look fucking horrific baby face?
That's exactly what I was worried about. I was going to look stupid. Long hair for like 8 years. That's a long ass time. And I'm like, I'm going to look so dumb, but I'm going to do this. I'm hoping to look somewhat nice for like our wedding pictures and stuff like that. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to look stupid. I don't want to look stupid in these pictures. Maybe I should just leave it. And I said, no.
This looks so good. I can totally picture you taking a picture just like this, dude. Because you know what? When you cut your hair, it may have been a shocker like to you and your soon to be wife, but I grew up seeing you like this.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
So it wasn't like an initial shock. It was just like, oh, there's Dick.
Yeah, Dick is back. He's back, brother.
I mean, it's like, handsome. Like it feels like I'm telling you, people, gosh, we have so much shit to talk to you about today, and it just makes so much more sense. The water in our generation, we look good at our age, man. We fucking look good at our age.
Crazy, right? Like
most super people, crazy.
A lot of people that are our age, right? Like I'm pushing 50, and nobody can ever tell. People think I'm 30, and it's not just me. There's a lot of people in our generation for some reason. What I was thinking was, it's because we drank water. Because I know my dad never drank water. He drank beer and coffee. Yep. And their generation didn't hydrate. And our generation's all about hydration and stuff like that. I know I'm fucking drinking water and fucking Gatorade and Gator Light and fucking sodas. And I'm drinking a lot of fucking good shit. And I drink like a lot of this shit that I shouldn't be drinking,
Yeah, that means as I'm drinking like, this C4.
Yeah, and I got water. So this whole thing's full of water. But I drink a lot of water. We hydrate. I think that's what it is. I think that's the trick. I think that's it. We just hydrate. That's why we look good. Because I poisoned my body for decades.
We were active.
And I still look great.
you know, the funny thing is when I look at pictures, you know, our parents were active. They were always doing some fucking shit too. Like our
Yeah,
parents
yeah,
weren't just like sitting around like pieces of shit like our kids are now doing and this next
yeah,
generation is going to be
yeah,
doing.
yeah.
But if you look at their pictures growing up, like I saw pictures of my parents when they were in their teens before they had my brother. And my parents look stunning.
Yeah.
And now when I see them at their age, I'm like, holy fuck me, dude. I hope I have my grandmother's genes. That's what I look like.
Yeah.
I always pray. I pray to God because my grandparents look good on my dad's side. My mom's side was like, ooh boy, whoever developed that gene is it's gonna be a rough like 60s and 70s.
Oh,
So I have like a really like I have my hair. The shitty thing, I'm growing my hair back, but there's a little patch in the front. And I showed my wife, I'm like, you see what you're doing? You see what I have to fucking suffer? So you can fucking think I'm attractive again? God damn you. This is embarrassing. But once my hair grows out, like the thing about it is why I bring it up is my brother's 8 years older than me, and he started losing his hair and receding in his early 20s.
oh, okay.
And he just decided, like, fuck it, I'm shaving it. I'm never going back. And I've never, besides seeing pictures of him when he was a kid, I don't even recall my brother, you know, having hair.
Yeah.
So, but it must have just been our generation, dude, because at some point, dude, it just stopped. And it's like, we're going to like preserve the youth between this time, like between 74, because my brother looks good at his age too, and his wife looks great. And they're 8 years older than me. So I'd say like between 74 all the way up until like maybe 89, people look just fantastic. Like
Yes.
fucking so good. People, if
Yes.
you are in that birth age range, go look at yourself in the mirror and just go you. You fucking look great. Everybody else is ugly. Even my kids are going to be uglier than me at my age. I just want them
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
What I always worry about, like, what am I gonna look like when I'm fucking old? Like, I'm scared to get old. Like, I see old ass people. I'm like, damn, I don't want that to be me. Like, I'm pushing 50. I feel like I haven't really aged a lot. I'm like, when am I gonna age? I'm scared of that. I'm like extremely
yucky,
scared of that.
yucky.
Yeah.
That's horrible. I'm going to think about that, and that's a horrible way of looking at it. Like
It's
when you're
horrible, but I can't help it. Like I see old people and I'm like, eventually I'm gonna get there. And I haven't started getting there yet. I got a little grays and stuff like that and a few wrinkles, but I feel like I'm not aging and I'm scared to do it. You know, like when you're waiting for something to happen and it like hasn't happened yet, and you're like, fuck, when that happens, I'm gonna shoot myself. I don't want to be old. I don't want to be
yeah,
I want to
dude,
be
you
forever young, dude.
yeah, dude, you're fucking manifesting some horrific shit
I
to your
know I'm
future, dude.
shut
Like
up,
no,
Dick.
yeah,
Shut up,
don't
Dick.
don't say that shit anymore, dude. Like I just keep I just always keep praying. I'm like, I want to look like my grandmother. I just want to look like my grandmother. Because I saw pictures of my dad in his 60s and my mom in her 60s. And boy, holy fuck me running, dude. I'm going and getting a gym membership tomorrow, dude. And I'm really like devoting, first off, because of the wedding, I'm dedicating to looking my absolute best, you know, and then hopefully it will entice my wife and I to just go get married and figure out how we're going to do it. But like I've said to you and I've said to her and I've told everybody, I'm like, it's been years since I proposed to her, but this is my last time. This is my second marriage and this
Hmm.
is going to be my last. So I want it done
Yeah,
right because I hopefully it'll be her last because we're in our 40s, you know.
yeah,
It'd be weird to think that, you know what? We might get a divorce and she might get married again. I'm like, bitch, in your 50s, if you're gonna go and keep fucking shooting the shot, you know, then so be it. You know, it's
yeah,
like it is what it is. But this is seriously like I'm going on 8 years with this woman,
yeah,
and I want to look my best for your wedding. So she's like, yeah, you know what? I think it's time because I know
yeah.
she's gonna want to look her best too, and I think that's one thing that hasn't like nothing's really motivated us to like go back to the gym and shit like that because we have such wonky schedules and shit. But I'm not going to be a fat turd in your pictures. I'm just like, you
Me
know,
neither.
I'm not going to do it, dude. With that
Yeah,
haircut, man, there's no way I can't look fucking at my top notch, dude. There's just
yeah.
no way.
My boys are gonna look good. All my
We're going
boys
to
are
be
gonna
in
look good.
competition.
Yeah,
Hey, you know what I was thinking, dude? Like, I know like what is it? Your bachelor party is supposed to be like a secret and shit, but you know what, dude? Like, I don't want any like crazy surprise, but maybe we should see if there's like could be like a really dope show around Utah that we can all go see, dude. Because that'd be
yeah,
fucking sweet, and get like an Airbnb and
yeah,
go see like a concert or stuff. I think that would be dope.
yeah,
Because like I said, people, I fucking hate Vegas. I hate it. And if everybody said like, let's all go to Vegas, I'm like, I'm gonna be that person that's just in the back going, just
Yeah.
like frown face, like, So
Well, a lot of the shows out here, they don't start until like May or June, but I think we could catch a good show in May. But usually the ones at well, it's called Utah First, but everybody calls it USANA. That's the biggest like major venue. That's small. It's like a smaller big venue, if that makes sense. Like it's not the big arena, but it's like
Mhm.
that's where all the good shows are at. And I don't think those start till June. But I think there are some shows that start in like May. We could probably catch something pretty nice, and if we could even find something, somewhere else, even if it's like in LA. I mean, I can fly to LA, and some of the guys that I'm going to have in the wedding are from Bakersfield, so they can go. They'll go too. They'll have a place to stay, or we can get a B&B, something like that. But that'd be cool. That'd be fucking awesome. So we'll have to start looking into something like that, something that we could all rage to, get in the
Yeah.
pit and just fucking go off, dude. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be dope,
All
dude.
our old asses getting hurt right before I get married.
Well,
Walk down
well,
the aisle, dude, fucking black eye. Fucking
I'll let you
sorry.
know. I'll let you know if I'm going to be participating in those activities when I go to the Lorna Shore show, and I'll
Oh
see how
yeah,
well I do
yeah.
there, man. If I come
See
back,
how bad
if
you
I
get beat up there. You're like, nah, fuck that shit, bro.
nah, we're not doing that. We're just going to enjoy ourselves. Maybe like mezzanine seats with some drinks, some cocktails, maybe some seats and a table. That's like
Yeah,
the old
because
that's like the old comforting asshole I am. Like let's go to a jazz show, but like at a metal show or something like
yeah,
that, or a punk
well,
rock show.
not like in the '90s when we'd go and be like, let's see how fucked up we could get, and
Oh
then go
yeah,
get hurt.
dude.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
what
Yeah,
was the one band that you swore you would never go see because of the rumors you heard about the pit?
I think the one band that I saw that was like I was scared to see was Hatebreed, and
Holy mackerel!
I'd never been to like I had played hardcore and seen like the hardcore dancing and stuff like that. And then like I don't remember what year. I want to say it was like 2000, maybe 99. I don't remember exactly, but I don't even think my son was born yet and I saw Hatebreed and I got my ass kicked because I was used to these punk rock like just circle pits. Someone falls, you pick they pick you right back up.
Nope.
And this was like people just throwing fucking. I got punched in the back of the head, and that was the first and last hardcore show I ever went to. It was like Hatebreed with like what the fuck else was there?
Let me describe what he's
Uh,
saying right now when it comes down to how aggressive these pits can be at a hardcore show. If you've ever seen the Simpsons, was it the Simpsons or like I'm gonna do this windmill punches, and if you get in the way,
yeah,
so just imagine that,
yeah.
but
It was
at
like
like
vroom, 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 vroom,
150,
vroom,
yeah,
vroom, vroom.
just imagine that 150 miles per hour, but like, and then there's like 1,000 people in a small room doing the same shit, all in a circle. That's what
Yeah,
hardcore is, and like the whole background of it is at a certain club they weren't supposed to be dancing at certain shows, and I guess hardcore dancing started where they just like started just slowly just moving their arms in place, and then they just started moving their legs in place, and then it just evolved into then this sporadic way of aggression. And we see that here. And if you guys don't know who Hatebreed is, I'm going to give you I pleasure
mm,
you guys too much. I pleasure you guys too much because I have everything here. First off, I want everybody to know that the singer's name is Jamie Josta. What a fucking just whoever, like his parents, like could you imagine, like what are you gonna name your child? We're gonna name him Jamie, so it's Jamie Josta. And the doctor must
JJ.
have been like, oh my God, he will be forever cemented in the greatest names ever. And I don't know if anybody that out there who's a parent really spent time on their kid's name, but I did. And that makes a huge fucking difference when the name sounds dope. When you hear someone that has a really cool name, it's like, they spent some time on that. Whether they
Yeah.
fabricated that or they actually got that name at birth, that's fucking epic. It means a lot. Touche. Sorry.
No. Yeah.
Can you imagine? How old are you when you were going to go see this group?
when I saw that, I'm trying to think when it was. I'm actually looking it up to see if I can find it, but I'm trying to remember who played. But I was 20, 21, um,
I was not even close. I just
20,
felt like I was
22
what
probably. Yeah, I think it was 2000 because I'm looking it up because I believe it was Terror, the band Terror, which is another hardcore band. And I remember Madball was there. So there was a tour that they went on in 2000. I want to say it was 2000.
I hear
Um,
Terror is like known as one of the like the originators of like hardcore and shit. Like all like the knock looses and like Kubla Khans and shit like
yeah.
that. They're
So
like
bands like
Terror. Terror's like my favorite.
yeah, Terror came out and because I like listening to this stuff and I still love that shit. But I like going to the show was something I was like, I don't know about. And I wanted to see Hatebreed. And I think I was into Terror at that time as well. So Madball is one of the originators, and then Sick of It All. Like they are I wish I would have seen I've never seen them. But like Sick of It All is one of the bands that's like
You were worried about
originators
their
of the
pit?
hardcore.
Really?
Yeah, I was worried about the pit because I've been in I don't know 100 just punk rock, just like no effects type, Bad Religion, those kind of pits, right? And those are pretty chill, right? But like the hardcore pits, I'd seen like, oh shit, like they're killing each other and they're hurting each other, and I was like, I'm scared of that. But I really wanted to see Hatebreed, and
They're
so I was
killing each
like, fuck
other,
it,
mom. They're killing
yeah.
each other in
And
there.
I was scared. I was like, I had a little baby at home, and I was just like, I'm gonna die, and
Yeah, because you can get fucked up at those shows, man.
yeah, but yeah, that was my first and only hardcore show. I just refused to go after that. I'm not going to these because it's just too heavy for me. I'm not a hardcore guy. I'm like a I guess I'm not a pussy, but I'm just like I don't like those kind of I'm not I'm not like hardcore tough like those guys. Like you're not going to see like someone from Blink 182 going into a hardcore pit. Maybe Travis, but you're not going to see those guys go in there, right? I don't know. That's the
Right.
example I'm trying to like. I could deal with a punk rock pit, but not like a hardcore pit or a death metal pit or like, you know, Lorna Shore. I mean, you're gonna get your ass kicked, bro. Like
We're gonna get fucked up, dude.
you're gonna
Hopefully.
get fucked up. You're like, hopefully. Yeah, I
I
hope I break my arm. That'd be fucking dope.
I remember. I mean, I'm not a huge Slayer fan, but I remember hearing how horrific those pits would were
Yeah,
in the 90s and stuff like that, and even in the 2000s. I was like, there's no fucking way I would ever go to that.
yeah.
But like growing up in the 90s, I was always terrified to go to a No Effects show because of the I Heard They Suck live album. I'm like, I don't want to be a
Oh,
part of that if they're fucking spitting at people, dude. Like,
yeah.
fuck
They
all that,
did.
dude. And I'm
Yeah,
sure, I'm like, no,
happened all the time.
that, like,
They're
that's
fucking
not,
spitting on me. I hate it. I
yeah,
hate it.
I hate it. That's still one of the best fucking albums to listen to on a long joy ride. Put in I Heard They Suck live. It's so funny. If you like listening to Blink 182 live, like back at that early album they did live, that and if you enjoyed how funny that was, this was what they got it from. Like I Heard
Yep.
They Suck live. That it's
Yep.
everything that Blink 182 did, but no effects did, and it was raunchier and
Yeah.
more like I guess you can call it hardcore compared
Yeah.
to what you heard in Blink 182. And
Yeah.
that was
And they
filmed at
even
you said the Roxy, right?
the Roxy. Yeah, I was at one of those shows, and um, they even like Blink would like they admit that they got a lot of their influence, their stage presence influence from NoFX because what they were doing, because they were doing it like little before them, so they saw them. They're like, we're going to do that too. We're going to be raunchy and talk shit on stage and stuff like that. And that's where
They were
they got a
good at
lot of
it.
their influence. Yeah,
Yeah, they were
NoFX was the
good. They're
best
still
at
good
it.
at it.
Every show you go to, it's weird because like yeah, I heard they suck live, but like every show's like that with no effects, and it's always different. They always just have funny ass shit to say, and it's always a good time with them. And I'm usually like the couple of shows I went to, I always try to be right up in front and you know just be right there. And there's people spitting and people throwing shit, and yeah,
Fuck that, dude. No, thank
yeah,
you.
and they're always
you
fucking
know,
talking shit, dude.
you
It's
know what's
great.
weird is now that no effects is retired and stuff like that. El Jefe actually joined the Aquabats for their
I
next
saw
2 months
that.
of dude. They're
He's
playing
playing
in
trumpet.
Ventura. They're playing in Ventura, dude, which is like an hour away from me. And I'm like, man,
Yeah,
should I fucking go? I have a lot of
yeah,
shows coming up right now.
yeah.
Should I
You love the
fucking go?
Aquabats, dude, and then El Jefe's playing with them now.
I
Come
think
on.
I think Lagwagon's actually opening up for him, and if I think that's the case, I'm like,
Oh, really?
fuck, dude. I think
Yeah, you have to
so.
go. You have to go.
Let's see the Aquabats. I just think it would be really cool to see. El Jefe in a fucking Aquabat uniform playing trumpet. I'm like,
Yeah, have you
that
seen the
sounds
pictures of
so
it yet?
dope. I haven't. I
Yeah,
haven't
there's
yet.
pictures of it already. Yeah.
Aquabat's Ventura. No, that's my phone. Let's see. No, dude, it's so cool. It's not showing who's opening up for him. That sucks. Oh well. But $40, dude.
Do
God
it.
damn, I just yeah. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to. I have so many shows. I have Tate McRae coming up in the next 2 weeks. I have Sleep Token, Lorna Shore, Kubla Khan, and then if I do this, then it's going to be the Aquabats to close out the year. And that's not even including that whatever my wife's like, we should go see this. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like I really want to see Bill Murray, and he's
Hmm.
playing like the week before Sleep Token. I'm like, I can't go to LA 2 weeks in a row. I can't fucking do it. Like I hate driving to LA so much.
Yeah, I bet.
So, but this is gonna be a fun time. And I think like going to a show or figuring something out like around you would be really dope to go see. I think we should do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not concert season during that time, but they always have shows. I mean, even if it's like an indoor concert, because they do a lot of indoor concerts during the winter months, and then they do the outdoor stuff for the summertime, and the outdoor ones are a lot more fun. But they have a lot of small venues that do stuff, and they have shows on inside too. There's two different places. There's two different big places that they do like arenas, indoor arenas that they do shows at. So we can find something, dude. We'll look. Even if it's like, it would be dope too, like a comedy show or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, because they have those a lot too
Because
in
it's
the
also
like the
gonna
big
we have to
arenas.
figure out if we're gonna do this like, how late in the season of the wedding are we gonna do this thing, you know?
Yeah, we should. I mean, hopefully there's something like that week or something that
I
a
think that
couple
makes
days
sense.
before. Yeah, that I
Yeah.
mean, we'd have to look into that. But a lot of times it won't be announced until December at the earliest or January. So we can look into something like that. I'm sure there's going to be something during that week.
Cool. Yeah, because I
That would be
know
sweet.
I'm taking like a week or so off,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be camping pretty much the majority of the time unless we get an Airbnb for like that particular time. So
yeah,
that's what I want to do. I just want to camp. Want to be a
yeah,
fucking just be by a fire the entire time.
yeah.
So
You're gonna come to the wedding in that campfire cologne, huh?
yep. I'm
Be
like,
like, this is
man, I'm unapologetically me, Richard.
fuck you, Richard.
Right?
Go get married and
Okay.
shit.
I'm so excited for
Okay,
this in particular.
okay,
People, if you haven't, okay, so let me get this out of the way real quick.
yeah.
If you have not followed our podcast on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, you can follow the Mind of Dick on those platforms and the Conference Call podcast. You will receive this particular podcast on Fridays when we air this out, and then Mondays for me. So you get a double banger of fucking epicness.
Double banger. I love double bangers.
But the most important thing I'm so excited about for this podcast is getting your feedback on K-pop Demon Hummer that I've been shoving down your fucking throat for weeks.
Yeah.
How was it,
Okay.
dude? I'm glad you finally watched it.
Okay. Yes, I finally watched it. I watched it with my lady because I told her. She said, "You keep talking about this shit," and because my sister sent me something, and I was like, "Okay." She sent me some. She sent me a reel. Showed a guy watching. Oh, we're gonna watch K-pop Demon Hunter. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't want to watch this. And then like halfway through, he's like, and he's like dancing around and shit, and
He's
like,
just getting down.
yeah, he's getting down, and I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. So now everybody's like talking about this shit. My sister's like, this was literally me, and I was like, oh, really? So okay, my honest opinion, music was rad. Music was super good. I liked the music a lot. It was a pretty decent story. I wasn't like blown away. I really was not blown away. I just like, okay. And then it ended. I was like, wait, it's ending like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. I wasn't blown away. I get what everybody likes about it. It was a very good story. It was cool, but I was like, whatever. So I give it like a 7 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10 like you gave it.
Ooh,
7 out of 10.
critic.
Yeah,
Tough
but
room.
hey,
Tough room.
hey, I liked it. I thought it was good, but I wasn't like everybody else where I'm just like, this is the most amazing thing ever. No, it was
Oh.
good. I liked it. It was good.
Well,
Just
you know
wasn't
what?
blown away.
You know what? Honestly, I'm just glad that you didn't come in and say, I fucking hated it because I would have been
No,
like,
I wanted to.
hmm.
I wanted to fucking hate it. I wanted to just be like, I'm gonna go on that podcast and tell this motherfucker I hated that shit. But see, for me, I like musicals. I love music, but I can't stand musicals. Like I don't know, like any kind of musical. Like I grew up on Disney stuff, maybe because I was so oversaturated with Disney shit. Like I just can't stand musicals.
Hmm.
And like I don't think it's like me and you're sitting here having a conversation, and then we're like, yeah, remember that? Oh, Danny, I remember the day I met you. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be that's just stupid to me. But I know
Yeah.
it's entertaining and it's music and it's like, like I can't stand that shit. So, but all in all, if you take all that away, and that's just my personal opinion as far as hating musicals, I liked it. I did like it. It was good. So,
So then I have to ask the question. I have a
okay.
feeling I already know the answer. You didn't watch the Wicked movie, did you?
Yeah, I did. I did. I was
So,
made to watch it. We saw it in the theater. And I saw it with my
okay.
daughters because my daughters were like, we have to go see it. So I was in LA and I was in Alhambra and we went and saw it at the theater over there.
What do you think about
And
that?
it was good. It was really good. But again, I don't like musicals, and that's the thing and I went into it going like, I'm gonna hate this shit because I love The Wizard of Oz and I know The Wicked's a good story, but it's a musical that one got me. That one got me. Almost teared up when she flies in the air and she's singing the song and like I just seriously like almost teared up. That's such an amazing like powerful scene, and I was like, okay, okay. So, but my whole life I've like hated musicals. I just never like musicals. I don't like something that's like that's the reason I think it's stupid. They just bust out into a song in the middle of the story. It's like,
I
come
hear
on.
that.
And
I hear
that's
that.
the only thing I don't like. But these what you just mentioned, Wicked, and then K-pop Demon Hunters. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But it's fucking good. And you know what I okay, so I don't know if you know the story of this, okay? This is what blew me away because I saw a video about this. I had to look it up. So Sony owned it, right? And they sold it to Netflix. Now this was before uh, COVID, before the pandemic, right?
It's when they were in
And
development with it.
they were in development with it, so they sold it to Sony or to Netflix for $20 million, thinking it's not going to do much. They're like, whatever, and with no like that's it. Like they don't get anything else. $20 million. They sold it to them, and it's now like becoming the number one watched show on Netflix. And they're
So,
going to make billions off of it, off for buying it for 20 million. They're
yeah,
going to make
so
literal billions.
they invested 150 because I talked about this on my latest podcast, and
Right.
they invested 150 million during the pandemic, and thought that it just they weren't going to be able to follow through with everything, and did this deal with Netflix for 20 million, and that was it, the cap, like 20 million
Yeah,
no matter
20
what.
million.
And
Yeah.
they thought they took a major hit. Obviously, if they already invested 150 million into this, they lost big.
Yeah.
But they're like, fuck it, we rather gain something than nothing. And if Netflix just airs it and it just goes into the back catalog of the fucking, endless space of fucking Netflix shows, they're like, whatever, it's no big deal. No one. I was thinking about it just like how you were saying about this movie. Like I wanted to go in and hated it.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck, dude, it was the complete opposite of what I was thinking about. It
Yeah.
blew up. Whoever would have thought, like, I'm not seeking animes or musicals. I'm not seeking that shit. I was forced to watch Wicked, which I really enjoyed. I'm gonna go watching it in
Yeah.
theaters. I'm super excited about that. The second one.
Yeah. Me
Um,
too.
but this one, like Sony is probably kicking themselves in the fucking ass, like you were saying.
Oh
They're
yeah.
projected. They're projected to make over $1 billion on this.
Yeah.
The
That's what I
sequel is
saw.
already in talks. They
Yeah.
have three songs like in the top 10 in the Billboard. They hit number one with Golden, which, by the way, check this out.
Cause I've got to what but but that's your stand.
Wanna be. Fuck, this
Woo!
song is so dope.
It is. It is.
Here we go, people. You get a loud version. Oh my god. Oh
Sorry, I can't help
shit,
it. It's such a good
people.
song.
He was fucking dancing and I almost fainted. Oh fuck. Fuck me, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
Can't help it, Dan. Hey, okay, fine, whatever.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh my god. I don't know if like what hurts on your guys' body when you laugh so hard, but the side of me like someone gives me a kidney punch. That's what hurts. And I almost fainted after just looking up after the song was going and seeing this fucking guy dancing like a honky at fucking Lollapalooza was fucking so good, dude. Oh, that was great. I can't wait to watch that clip over and over again. I'm telling you, people,
Oh
you're
shit,
gonna
we're
have
gonna
to
see that on
follow us.
Instagram, aren't we?
Yeah, you're gonna have to follow us on Instagram at the Mind of Dick and the Conference Call Podcast to see this clip because guess what? I'm going to be fucking throwing that clip at least once a week on my stories
Oh, you
from here on
asshole.
out for the rest of my fucking life, dude. That was the greatest thing I've ever fucking seen, dude. I was dying. That shit was so funny. Oh my god, dude.
Watching this white boy dance.
But that's what honestly like if I wasn't fucking trying to like gather my breath and fucking real and trying to like comprehend what I just watched, I probably would have gotten up and started dancing too. So
I thought I thought you were going to.
nah, man, you
just
fucking caught me off guard with that shit.
just have to, man. I mean, God, music hits you. It's like there's something like
It's
mesmerizing
good.
about that song. It's just really good. Yeah, it's a really good song. That's why I said I loved the music. The music was really good. So, and
The
I don't even
song
like that music that much, but I was like, these songs are really good.
the song Free really like that song. Every time I hear that and I watch the video and I remember that part in the movie, I just start crying. I'm like, I fucking love this song. It's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. You got
So
me. You got me.
well, that's good, dude. I mean, I'm glad. I think most importantly, I'm glad you went out of your way to watch it just to
Yeah,
see.
of
I mean,
course.
because what if you did fucking hate it? You'd be like, oh, I can't wait just to rip all you fucking idiots out there that spent your time like 3 or 4 times watching this movie and it sucks. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm just
I don't know
honest
what.
about it. I'm not going to be like, oh, I hated it because I said I was going to hate it, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to watch this. I went in with that attitude, and then when I watched it, I was like, okay, it's not that bad. It's
Yeah, I
not
don't.
like I said. I wasn't like blown away like this is my favorite movie ever of all time, like you. And it wasn't like that, but I was like, I see the hype. I see what everybody likes about it. It's not bad.
You know what? I don't know a cult classic movie that I dislike off the top of my head. I'm sure there's one out there. I'm sure there's one. Um, I mean, like besides Kids, but that movie's more hated than loved, but it is a cult classic for some reason.
Yeah, I love
Um,
that movie.
I fucking hate that every bit of that movie, dude. It's like you can listen to that podcast if you want to hear how much
Yeah,
I hate it.
yeah, yeah.
But
I disagree because I love that movie.
yeah, I don't know. Like off the top of my head, I can't think about a cult classic movie that I despised. Like off the top of my head, I really
Mm-hmm.
can't think about it. Like Jaws. I don't can't hate Jaws. If you hate Jaws,
Mm-hmm.
dude, fuck you for sure. How can you hate
Yeah,
that
Jaws is
movie?
great. Yeah,
Scarface.
yeah,
Scarface is a cult classic. That movie's awesome. Oh
yeah,
man. Like if you want to like the beginning of that movie just brings you back into fucking like Cuban and American history, like
yeah,
between the deportation, that Castro actually let his people do at one certain period, and at a certain point, he's like, "Fuck that! No one else is leaving." He would have depleted his
yeah,
whole fucking country if they would have allowed it. And
yeah,
then it just starts off like just so crazy how like immigrants from the fucking I think that was the 70s, I believe, 60s or no 80s that was happening in the 80s.
mm-hmm.
How crazy like that time was, and that was just so like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 40 years ago. Oh, 40 years ago. That's how great life was 40 years ago. Oh
Yeah.
my
Wasn't life great
gosh.
like 30, 40 years ago?
It
In the
was
90s,
so
80s, and
good.
90s?
It
Yeah.
was so good. It was so
It was
good.
so good. You know what we should do? We should talk about that kind of stuff on our podcast from now on.
I
What do you
I
think?
mean, I you mean like talk about nostalgic things
Yeah,
that we had back in the 80s and 90s that people
yeah,
will that were born from 2000 and up will not understand in the internet
yeah,
era?
yep. I think that's what we should talk about on our podcast.
People, or if you're a part of the internet era, I mean, when I throw out the word hacky sack, does that like you're like, what the fuck is that? Is that like a nut
Yeah.
sack? Is that like some porn saying?
No, what are you talking about? Porn? Zach, what are we talking
Yeah,
about here?
it's like nothing like that.
Yeah, yeah,
A a mounted pencil eraser.
yeah.
Did you you probably
Pencil
can't even
sharpener?
fathom you can't even like a pencil sharpener that's mounted on the wall, like you
Yeah.
probably can't even fathom like the look of it. Like you probably couldn't even think about what it looks like right now. And
Do you remember
people,
going up to those and like everybody's watching you, you're like looking at the class, like
uh-huh.
see these
And you
kids don't
didn't
know
want
anything
to
about
do it,
that.
and then you didn't want to do it too long as well. You wanted to get it like that first like vroom, 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 like three rotations, and it was like a
Yeah.
perfect fine point.
Yeah. Because if
But
you
then
want to
you
do
always
further,
had
it would
like,
just
and then you had some heavy-handed like big kid that would go up there and just like grind the fuck out of it, and he takes it all the way down to like the two. So
Yeah, like what if we talked about stuff like that?
I think that's a fantastic idea. And for the people that grew up in our era, we're going to have to come up with a cool name for you guys because we're going to be pretty much comparing our generation and we're going to call everybody else 2000 and up the internet era. That's how we're
Yeah.
going to define them. So we got to come up with some real a cool name to call our group between 74 to 99. What was our group called? Like what are we going to call our group? I hope you guys comment. If you guys know us personally, send us a message, go
Yeah.
on social media, send us your guys' name for our group. Give us some help. You know what I mean? We want it to be fucking dope, so everybody's like, man, I wish that was on a shirt. And they're like, you know what, you're going to get that shit on a shirt and we're going to
Yeah.
fucking sell it as a cheap price.
Yep. Yep.
So, but we've been thinking about this and it just kind of like sparked to us that the last few podcasts we do, actually pretty much every podcast and the useless information that you guys heard in the past, we've always brought up some sort of nostalgia from us growing up. And it just dawned on us like, why don't we talk about this more? I think people will like kind of do some research about this and then hopefully in the future our production will get bigger where we can do this live and we'd actually show like images of what we're talking about and videos that we can both watch at the same time.
Hmm.
I think we have a lot of big plans for you guys in the future, but we wanted to kind of give you a base point of what we want to talk about besides just coming up here and give you guys our opinion on what's going on in the world, which pretty much everybody around you can do that for you. You know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
want you guys to think about like what the fuck is a hacky sack? I want to
Yeah.
look this up. Am I going to get flagged on Google when I look up hacky sack? You know,
Yeah.
it's like you won't. Don't. We're not going to give you guys anything to go look up that's flagged unless we give you like a caution first, because we're definitely going to go in the area of like a lot of things that has changed and progressed over the years that we were born to like to the internet era. You know, a lot of things. You know, corn that's spelled with a P has changed significantly. Like we will go down that road at one point. We're going to go
Probably.
down this nostalgia of like restaurants. You know what? I'll give you a prime example. That's something that you guys in this era, because we have streaming services that give us the ability to not have commercials, will never understand how great the commercials we had growing up. Super Bowl commercials, I'll tell you right now, if you're not a Super Bowl fan, the commercials sucked you in every fucking year. It wasn't even the halftime show, it was the fucking commercials that got you sucked in. And we all know that at our age, as the unnamed group that we are right now, we don't want to see commercials telling us you should buy this. You need this in your home. You need this in your vehicle. You need to be wearing these, blah, blah, blah. We don't need that. But growing up, it wasn't so much they were trying to sell it to you, but they wanted to give you a fucking cool commercial and they just threw their product into it. That's really like Mentos. Mentos was the greatest fucking commercials of all time, and they did some wildest shit that really was nothing to do with Mentos at all. Besides, like the Fresh Maker was pretty much like cool things down and stuff. But everybody knows the most iconic Mentos commercial was when the two chicks are talking shit to each other, but it's all like PC and shit, and it's all like you. What does she call like? You slimy toad, you sleazy, it was like not sleazy, but they said it so. Oh, I gotta find it. Please help me out here while I find this. I'm
What is
suffering
it?
here.
The lint liquor?
Yes, yes. Here we go. Mentos, perfect. Lint liquor.
Lint
Okay,
liquor.
it's like I can't describe it, people. This was a commercial. This was a commercial based in an office where this woman walks in with this dude and this chick in the office, and then this what transpires. I'm going to try to do without a commercial, but I highly doubt it's going to be possible. Oh shit, it worked. Okay. Oh, there it is. Here we go.
You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog.
What the French toast?
I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen.
Are you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor?
You're overreacting.
No, Bill, overreacting was when I put your convertible into a wood chipper. Stinky McStink face. Fabulous. New Orbit raspberry mint cleaned another dirty one.
Orbit. That was Orbit.
That's Orbit.
Clean feeling, no matter what.
That's fucking at the very end. It was just like, here's gum. We'll go buy some gum. So it was great. And you know what else? I went down a rabbit hole of like commercials. You know what? Something you will never ever see again that is kind of like mind boggling to think that they were actually doing commercials that were fucking awesome. Remember, oh, fuck, essential, essential shampoo. And the thing about it,
Herbal Essence.
Herbal Essence. There you go.
Herbal
Fuck,
Essence.
dude. Herbal Essence. Okay. So these Herbal Essence commercials would be of really beautiful women like taking showers, and they'd be moaning and shit, and people like around the situation would be like, what the fuck's going on? And this was a commercial. It was growing up at our age is like, oh my gosh, a woman's like moaning. This is crazy. So let me see if I can find a bit. But it was like these were our commercials. These were entertaining commercial where people didn't have a sensitive like spine in their body. Honestly,
Yeah.
like you had to be. Oh, here we go.
You'll be overwhelmed.
There we go.
Lessons to shampoos and conditioners. You'll be overwhelmed by organic herbs, all natural botanicals, and just enough pure healthy oils. And if you find that exciting, wait until you see your hair.
I want to get the shampoo she's using.
Those were our commercials. People, we want to give you examples with film on there and stuff that you can see. You might have to follow us on Instagram at the time being so you can get these clips that we talk about. But we want to give you let's give you a Back to the Future type-esque feel of what we thought was so interesting growing up, because I'm telling you people, you guys will be blown away. This internet era will be blown away by the shit that we saw growing up. Like you guys can't even imagine that that bullfrogs would be one of the greatest commercials of all fucking time. Bullfrogs for Budweiser. 3 bullfrogs made one of the greatest commercials of all time. I won't give you any more. You know, Taco Bell had a Taco Bell dog that fucking blew the internet, blew the whole fucking world away online when they saw that shit. Like people saw that shit online, like, what the fuck is that? A talking dog? Yo quiero Taco Bell. Nostalgia. I think we just appreciate now growing up and seeing how much the world has changed around us, how much we had it good. And I think we want to share that to the world the best possible way we can.
There's so much. There's so many things that we could talk about because it was just a better time. It was just it was so much more fun, and like you said, commercials and TV was just so much more fun. Movies that were made, you can't make those movies today without getting canceled. Like they just make stupid movies now. They're not like they used to be, and we can talk about all that. We talk about, I
Yep.
mean, it was just such a better time that we grew up in. And like you said, we were talking about that on every episode pretty much, and then we're just like, dude, let's just always talk about that because it's like, it's something we know about because we're old as fuck. So
Now, the one thing that with these next test runs in the future,
yeah,
I want you guys to kind of like really, like I said, whether you guys want to, let us know on social media, in person, or wherever the case may be. Um, I want to see if, at least me personally, if us talking about particular subjects, if you guys want us to give you kind of a history of it in particular, and then give you like our opinion on it, and then kind of like go back and forth to see how you guys feel about it. I think kind of if we kind of have like 3 or 4 subjects, we can kind of give some back history and detail. I think it'd be kind of fun, but it's mostly like us giving you guys a story behind this nostalgia
yeah,
of us growing up. So,
yeah.
but this herbal essence, dude, it's organic. You get orgasmic. That's what it was. Like it was
It's
orgasmic or
orgasmic.
shit. Like it's like
Yeah,
what the fuck? And she's all moaning and shit, dude. This is crazy. What a crazy time. What a
yeah,
crazy time.
definitely, dude.
so,
So much stuff we could talk about in that. Yeah, great.
sorry. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I'm really excited about it. Um, Another thing I thought about, while we were discussing this, like I recently got my tire fixed. I had a flat tire or a nail in my tire. And I called it the place that I recently got tires to. And I'm like, how much do you guys charge? And I'm thinking growing up, it's like normally a flat, fix it would be like $22, 22 to $25. That price has pretty much never changed since I was a kid, you know? So I go over there and they're like, no, it's free. Just come on in. Like, we don't charge for that. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah. So I brought it in within 30 minutes. It was all fixed. And I'm like, are these people like literally like been ripping me off for the last fucking like 30 fucking years, dude, where they can just literally just go in there, jack it up, just pop it in there and blah, blah, blah. Like they could have did it for like maybe $5 or $10 back in the day and shit. And they were charging 20, 25. It's like, we've been getting ripped off. If they're
Yeah,
not charging me a fucking thing, this is crazy. And that's just something I want to bring up too. Like, fuck, what were we getting ripped off back then? Or what were we getting such killer deals on compared to what we had now? Like, I really would like to know how much the price was with those big fucking tube TVs, like those really huge ones and shit. I would really
yeah,
see. I'm going to dive deep into that, people. I'm going to get you the price of that, and I'm going to give you a comparison between that time and like income to our time and what it'd be compared to this day and age. And it's probably going to blow our minds away because when my uncle got it, he's like, it was some crazy number. I can't even remember it, but I remember like, oh my God, my dad would never do that. If it can't fit in his little China hutch, if the TV can't fit in that motherfucker, we're not getting a TV.
yeah,
That's really the mentality of what my parents thought of. If it can't fit in this shit that's been run down for fucking 20 years, we're not getting a TV.
yeah. We had the one that sat on the floor, the little console TV.
I
We
think
had one of
everybody
those
had
for,
a TV that sat on the floor.
Yeah, it was just a big console TV, and it just sat on the floor. And like the TV was only like a 20-inch, but like the thing was like a fucking the size of a wall. But we had one of those forever. And then I remember like I was excited because I got like this little 20-inch TV for like my 12th birthday or something. And I shit you not, I had that thing until I was like 30. I had that same fucking TV, and I would just use it. And then it finally took a shit when I was like,
Holy
I got it for
fuck,
my
dude.
12th birthday. I had it forever, dude. And then right around then, I think, you know, the flat screens started coming out, the ones we have now, the ones we're used to. But yeah, I remember having one I thought was the shit, but it had like a flat screen. It was like a flat screen, but the screen was flat and the rest was a big ass fucking box. I was like, I got a flat screen. That ain't a flat screen, bro.
I'm telling you, people, like you're probably thinking, I can't comprehend what they're talking about. Like you can't comprehend that they actually put small cities in these TVs, in the back of
Yeah,
these TVs. That's how
yeah.
big these fucking things were. They were so heavy. You needed like 4 people to move
Oh
some
yeah.
TV. Even like a 25-inch or a 30-inch TV, you
Hmm.
needed like 2 or 3 people to help.
Yeah. You definitely, if you got like anything over a 30-inch, then yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like you
definitely a
badass
team
people.
lift.
you badass guys out there, they're like, don't worry, babe, I can move the 55-inch flat screen by myself, no problem. It's just angles and my long arms got it. But yeah, I can guarantee you, if you've never picked up a 35-inch old school TV and you came in with that confidence, you're gonna look like a child.
Yeah.
Like a fucking child.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I moved a lot when I had those TVs, and like always had to have some help or something. Like, come on, I got it. I got it.
I got this. No,
Yeah.
like you had to, like if you see those strongman competitions when they're lifting up like the big fucking stones and shit like that, and they have to
That's how you
put
had to
it
lift
like on a pillar. That's what it looked like every time you picked up one of those TVs. Like you're hunched to the ground, you're like perfect knees bent and shit, and you're like, like where does this need to go? It needs to go down the hallway into my room. You got to make a really tight left and then go down there, blah, 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 blah. And then put it maybe another foot above your chest and then mount it. It's like, fuck you, man. I'm going to die.
Fuck that, dude. Like, and then now you can just take I can literally move my fucking TV that's mounted on the wall just like this and then take it to another mount and just pop it on. Yeah. And this is like a 60-inch TV. I can just, it's easy. But if you got a 60-inch TV, they're just taking up your whole fucking living room. You know, and you got to get a forklift to move it into the other room.
I don't want people to think that we're going to go and trash the internet era, because definitely we are in a lot of luxury in this era. And I want everything that we talk about in nostalgia. I want to do a comparison about, you know what, but I do like this, you know, I don't hate this era. I do like this, but I just prefer this, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like what we have going on right now in this era, but man, once we dive deep, your guys are it's going to be fun. I think we're all going to enjoy these next few test runs. And then once we get it all dialed in, it's going to be really fun in the future for everybody that's in our era, in our unnamed group.
Yeah, I agree. And I know, like, when I do stuff on my podcast, and you do as well, like we do stuff that talks about like the old times. That's where I get the most reaction, is like talking about just growing up and things that we did back then. So for both of us to just talk about all the stuff that we had back then and all the nostalgia, all the things that we had growing up, I think it'll be a really good thing.
I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, it's like even the most minuscule thing, people like, we're going to dive into it. And you're like, holy shit, I never even thought about that. Like, really super crazy, you know, the 80s, 90s. And we can even do comparisons of, like, say we talk about, you know, I don't know. Well, I can't talk about the club scene in the 80s because I obviously never did that. So, but like,
me neither.
Just like the little people, check this out. Have you ever seen your kid smoke a cigarette as a candy? You were a bad motherfucker if you grabbed the cigarette candies from the ice cream man and then you were like smoking cigarettes. You and your people were just they all had cigarettes and it was candy and shit like that. That was dope. You guys can't even think about candy cigarettes. Yeah, we're gonna talk about shit like that.
Yeah, and those things tasted like shit, but you were cool. You were good. Candy was trash, and you could actually like blow on them, and it looked like smoke came out because all the powder that was on them. So it was like, I'm smoking.
I'm smoking,
dude. I'm cool. Cause look at me, I'm smoking. Yeah, you eat the candy.
People, some lady out there listening to this, like, oh my god, they subjected their children to that. It's like, man, it was a wild fucking time. It was a wild fucking time. Like, it's still, you're gonna get blown away that how many times we fucking used to drink out of a hose. Like, you guys can't even fathom probably drinking out of a hose. Like, that was the cleanest fucking water of all time.
Oh yeah, dude.
So, people, we have the greatest looking generation, unknown name group of all time. We're going to bring nostalgia back to fucking 2025 into 26 and into the future. We want to make this podcast so much fun and just kind of like relive our childhood in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
So I hope we go down that road together. I'm really excited. And I really hope and I encourage people, like I've said, if you guys do want to talk about these things with us, you guys can come on the show. Like, we will not be afraid to talk to anybody, you know, like even if you guys want to come on for 10, 15 minutes and just give your opinion, whatever, fucking whatever. It doesn't matter. If you're going to come out here and say some fucking raunchy and like racial shit, then obviously it'll never air and stuff. And then we'll have evidence on you for the rest of your life. But you know, we're an open book and open platform. You know, we just want to. This is a hobby that we now do together, and we want to spread how much we enjoy this fucking hobby to everybody else. And if you want to be included with it, please reach out to us, either social media, Instagram, through the Mind of Dick podcast, through the Conference Call podcast, or you can comment even on like anyone. I think Spotify now even allows comments.
Yeah, Spotify
So
allows
you can
comments.
just comment and say, "Hey, I want to be a part of the podcast," and then we'll figure out a way to reach out to you.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be fun to have other people on here talking about the same kind of shit, dude. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah,
Let's do
absolutely.
it.
Like that'd be fucking so cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm
So,
excited too, man.
all right, my guy. I mean, do you have anything else, man? I don't know.
I don't know. We're an hour in. You want to keep going?
Um,
We can.
I say we can, but I think at this point, I think Dex, I think we should kind of leave it on a cliffhanger like that. So the
Yeah,
next
I think we
podcast, you're
should.
like, man, what the fuck are they going to talk about? They just brought up commercials and fucking all this other shit. Like, what are they actually going to talk about in the next one?
on the next
What
podcast?
is next? What is next?
Mm,
Maybe if you guys start following us on social media, I'll start doing little Easter eggs. I'll start throwing Easter eggs in fucking in my clips. That's what I'll do. That's what I will do personally.
Yeah.
I'll start throwing Easter eggs in there. So you're like, what the fuck? You're like, yep. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to do that. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Game on, baby.
Do it. Okay. Beautiful.
All right, everybody. So please go follow us on social media. Please go follow us on all major platforms. Please, keep positive and stay classy. And
Yeah. And one thing I want you all to remember. Anything gets hard, life gets tough. I got you, and you got this. Peace.
see you guys later.
Bye. Peace.